Hey, Keith Townsend, principal of the CTO advisor. Let's talk about the elephant at the room in VMware Explorer 2022. It is Broadcom plus VMware long term. And I know that some of you are triggered because I use a small EM in VMware. Let's stay focused. What is going to be my area of focus as I talk to folks from AWS, HPE, Cohesity, Oracle, Google Cloud, etc., about the future of IT infrastructure, multi cloud, with Broadcom kind of hanging over the heads of everyone at this conference. Let's talk about the opportunity. So, we know VMware, even with VMware Explorer, is still all about VMs. But VMs are a intricate part of the cloud. As we think about needing to modernize our IT infrastructure, we're challenged with how do we manage the VM landscape that we'll have for the next 10, 15, 20 years at scale while we're bringing cloud workloads back on prem that we need to optimize for spend. These are continuing problems that VMware are, quite frankly, experts at solving. You can't talk about multi cloud, super cloud, hybrid cloud, whatever you want to talk about without talking about your strategy around managing VMs. VMware has a very solid story around their super cloud or cross cloud when it comes to having vSphere across multiple layers, across multiple clouds. We did a study on it. It's real, it's available. And as we think about how do we put the abstractions on top of VMs while also managing the underlay for traditional monolithic workloads, this is where Broadcom and VMware have the opportunity to still innovate on this legacy approach. We're seeing SaaS type services, differentiating services from IBM Cloud, Oracle Cloud, AWS, Azure, Google, around the same set of problems. We haven't figured out the VM situation. We haven't figured out how to continue to operate security between clouds, operate access for legacy applications to cloud native applications, Glueworks, HashiCorp, the whole service mesh industry is all about figuring out these challenges. VMware and Broadcom will remain at the core of helping to figure out these challenges and innovating. So, where is the innovation coming from in the future? It's going to be around this integration of VMs and public cloud. We have to do it. It is going to be there. VMware is the biggest player in the space. No one is better positioned to do that long term than VMware and Broadcom. The question is the ecosystem. How do data management players fit into this? Data fabric companies like Faction that we've interviewed. How does a NetApp FSX play into this? We'll be talking about all of this in booth 704. Whether we're interviewing representatives or not, you come to the CTO advisor booth, learn about how we're envisioning the future, have a conversation with you. Talk to you next CTO Dose.